at Hazel Belle Farm. We're going to work on episode 2 of a vlog. Today is all about cleaning up after about 72 hours of constant rain. Wind has picked up. We have had a few good thunderstorms over the last 3 days that has brought a lot of wind and that knocking things around. So today is cleaning up, rubber boots for sure, and then getting ready for our last hard freeze we expect tonight. So to start, I'm dumping our kitchen veggie scraps in the walk-in freezer for my big compost project. Might have to do some voiceover work on this with the wind. I don't know, I'll do my best. We'll see how it goes. All right, hang with me. All right, here's the compost project. So cool. I'm also going to pull out something for dinner. Chicken quarters. Okay, I had 2 days of eggs to collect out of the chicken coop because it was raining and I just didn't get them, and because it was raining, all the chickens are a mess, or all the eggs are a mess. There's nothing more pathetic looking than a wet chicken. But so their feet were dirty, eggs got dirty. We sell eggs here off of our farm. Our own eggs we don't wash, but unless they get dirty. So I had to wash a bunch of eggs this morning, and so that's what I'm doing, putting them up in egg cartons. So as I do that, I just kind of wanted to say, you don't have to wash your eggs if you aren't aware of that. Eggs naturally have what's called a bloom. It's a coating on the outside of the egg, and that protects the inside from any nasty bacteria. I didn't count these eggs. I'm definitely gonna have to get another carton. I need to get some flats ordered. But because we sell eggs here off of our farm and we have a limited poultry license, part of the requirements that the state has for us with that is that we wash the eggs with an approved egg wash, and we use this. So you can order that from Amazon. I think you can get it at Tractor Supply, but it's easy to use. A couple capsules in a gallon of water, let them soak, wash them off, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 dozen eggs in 2 days. Oh my goodness. Girls are producing. All right, I've been out already today, but it was still storming, and I even came out an hour later than usual. So we are really doing like damage assessment. I know everybody's okay. I did lose another meat chick. They were completely, it wasn't the storm. They were fine. They should have been fine. It's just a bad batch of birds from a hatchery that I'm fighting with. I've lost more than 50% of this hatch that I ordered. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Everybody else was fine when I came out. I did milk out Hazel. The 4 cows that were in this field have access to these 2 stalls, and normally they are fine being rained on. They don't care. They always have access, but they're still standing in the rain out there. But I guess after 3 days they were over it, and all 4 of them were in these 2 stalls here. So I need to check that, probably clean it out. Let's see these little lambs. Yeah, so hi boys. Our sick guy is doing much better. We need to clean this out, get this wet hay out, get some dry hay put in here for tonight. Cows are out on grass, but they certainly need hay. So this is our static chicken coop. We'll always have a chicken coop that is stationary to be able to put birds in at certain times of year. We can't always pasture them, especially like when there's no grass. And then there are times that we want to breed specific breeds and keep them separated from all the rest. So right now they're all in here, and so that they know where to lay, and then we're going to start letting them out here in this next week. What that means is they've been laying in this box for a week and they need fresh bedding, so we're going to clean that out now. So we usually use hay that the cows have dropped on the ground, but it's all soaking wet. I don't want to put wet hay in there, so I'm going to use some wood chips. scratch it out. It was also a little wet in there. And I guess they're boycotting the wet hay bedding. So, sorry girls, I didn't get out here in time. So I see an egg out here. That's not where that goes, ladies. All right, they seem to like this side of the box best, so. All right, girls, put the rest of the eggs in there. Look how sad that chicken looks. She's the latest one to molt, so she's missing a lot of feathers. And what she has left are wet. Looks sad. All right, thank you, ladies. I stand corrected. There is something more pathetic looking than a wet chicken. That's a wet turkey. Hey, girl. Look at her. She looks sad. You okay? Wet feathers and all, huh? All right, look at this. This was empty. Let's see, the day before yesterday, before the rain started. So, more tomatoes. I still haven't potted up. All right, we had a catastrophe. I had my seedlings on this shelf. You can see the way this roof pitches this way, this roof pitches this way, and my plants were drowning when I came out Thursday evening. So today's Saturday. I emptied all the water, put them all in here. They're not getting much sunlight in here over the last 2.5 days. I lost a couple. You can see, like, this guy looks sad, but we'll see. I'm gonna put them out. The sun is in peppers as well. Sun is just now coming out. Clean all that dirt off. So I'm gonna put them out and see if they'll recoup. Excuse me, ma'am. You need to go back. Come on. Go back to your home. Oh, she missed the door. I'm sure that was an accident. Come on, pretty lady. Come on. She knows where to go. Go on. There you go. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Try this again. Okay, so move the shelf, move the plants outside. The sun is trying to peek out. The clouds are supposed to be clearing out for sunshine. I'm gonna check the radar, cross my fingers, say a prayer. Hope they don't get rained on again today because they're plenty wet. And then this evening, I'm actually gonna have to put them all back in for the freeze, but it is what it is. They need a little sunshine. All right, I've got this beautiful mulch pile. Came in a few days ago. Haven't had much of a chance to do anything with it with all the rain. But one little break that we did get, I shoveled for about an hour. So what's going on out here? I'm, again, assessing damage, seeing what needs to be done. Golly, look at this wheelbarrow. Okay, so the long game here is cardboard on the ground, thick mulch on the cardboard, so that we can suppress the weeds, and I'll have mulch in my walkways. This little guy's coming back. I can't remember what this flower is called. I want to say it's a blue something. It was sadly neglected and lost under the picnic table. A couple of them. Look at this collard. I'm gonna pick this in the next couple days after it gets another frost and gets a better flavor on it, and I'll be canning up some collards for us. I need to pick these peas today. These look great, but I need to pick them. They will get frost damage, and that's going to come out after this weekend anyways. So I'm trying to figure out what I really need to cover. These blackberries are already flowering. I really think these flowers will fall off in a freeze, but I think after that they'll really be okay to come back. I hope you can hear me with the wind. Okay, one of the big things we need to do today, this is an apple. This is a variety, an Anna. I have an Anna and I can't remember what else. But it is flowering beautifully. It's already waking up for the season. So we're gonna wrap this in some frost cloth so that the flowers are protected tonight. Got a few of those. Well, those are pears. Got a lemon. We hadn't pruned the dead stuff back yet from the last freeze. I don't know if this will do anything again, as hard as it froze. And then that's another apple and another pear. Same thing. We're going to be covering those. This is a grapefruit that we just put in last year. So it's its first year of flowering. It had a few flowers on it last year when we planted it in June, but we picked them all off to hopefully help it set roots, strong roots, better root system. I really hope I can protect this. These are Eric's favorite. All right, last stop and what we need to do to prepare for the freeze tonight. I've got this beautiful plum tree. It's been, I don't know how many flowers are left now. I haven't even looked at it yet without you. It is flowering. There are a few little plums on here from the flowering before the last freeze that we were able to protect. Then it started setting new flowers. I think we might have lost a lot of them though in this wind. And then I've got a couple other citrus, but this whole line here of mulberries. So they just are also waking up. We just started seeing some flowers and a few fruits setting on some of them. Some of them are just still getting their leaves. They all need compost, and they need some TLC. I'm not real worried about these because they're ever-bearing, which means even the flowers that get knocked off, it won't ruin the plant for the rest of the summer, the rest of the year. They'll grow new flowers and produce more fruit. So we'll see what happens there. So this was another part of the project for the day. The wind was just too bad and you couldn't hear me, so I had to voice over. Eric got a new chainsaw and he was a very, very happy man to get out there and play with it. So we've been working on cleaning up these oak trees, and they dropped a lot of limbs, a lot of branches. I can't wait to show you the after. And this is that plum tree all wrapped up. Okay, good morning. It's the next day. It looks like everything's good. I think our seedlings made it. I'm gonna leave them inside in my shed for a little bit longer. I kept a little space heater running. It's got a thermostat control, so I just kept it on low. The meat chicks are in here also. They're doing great. Nobody's shivering. I'm gonna leave all the plants inside a little bit longer today before I put them out. And when I do put them out, I'm probably gonna bring them back in tonight because we're supposed to hit the 40s again tonight. So I think 40, I think we're supposed to hit 40, 41, the low 40s anyways. So tomatoes and peppers don't like the cool nights that cold. So I'll probably bring them back in, like I said. Let's go check and see everybody else. Move. Oh my goodness. Stuck out there. Be good. Have fun. It's always something. Okay. So I just want to say the best thing you can do to keep your cows warm in the winter when it dips to freezing and below, but the best thing you can do is make sure your cows have plenty of water and plenty of hay, long stem roughage. There's all kinds of other things that people say you can do with grain and that, but most importantly, hay and water, and that'll keep them warm. So we are hand milking Hazel. She's at the end of her lactation. She's only giving half a gallon a day. She's ready to dry off. The only reason I'm even milking her anymore is because I have those bottle lambs to feed. I don't want to sound overly dramatic here, but you know how bad a paper cut hurts on the side of your pinky finger? Okay, so this is like paper cut on steroids. I got a cut from aluminum foil. I covered a dish last night for dinner. We had a whole bunch of kids over, so I made a big pan of chicken, and covered it, threw it in the oven. I was covering it and went to fold the foil over the sides, and it sliced my finger like a dang knife. So it sounds like I'm being overly dramatic, but the thing is, it won't stop bleeding. So I keep changing out the Band-Aid. It just won't stop bleeding. I know bleeding is good and clotting and all of that. But so what has been invaluable for hand milking cows whenever you have a finger injury are these little finger protectors. Now it's a little big for my pinky, but it'll work. It'll protect her. It'll protect me. So yeah. All right, she's good. I'm gonna use a little olive oil on my hands. I don't know where my stripping bowl is. It appears that a dog has carried it off. I'm gonna strip right here on the ground, and that's okay. See if I can move you guys where you can see better. So this is hand milking. That looks good. And then this is an iodine cup, so it's just regular old iodine. All right, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait for Hazel to finish eating. But I thought maybe I'd introduce you to Mary, our Katahdin sheep. So Mary was here when we bought this farm last year. There were 4 sheep. So I sold the black belly and the 2 crackers to Jenny at the Grahamstead. And so then Mary has been away for the last couple of months over there at the Grahamstead, and we had her bred. So she's gonna be crossed to one of those cracker rams. And we don't exactly have a due date, but I think she's probably 2 months bred. Maybe 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. So here's Mary. Hey, Mary girl. She's super sweet. So she's a hair sheep, which means I don't have to shear her. She is polled, which means she doesn't have horns. She was not born with horns, so that's nice. Katahdins are usually polled. There is a slight chance that you can get horns out of a Katahdin. But Mary's pretty cool. We love her. She wants in here because she knows there's grain in here. She doesn't need it. But so she's already started to shed out her hair, her fiber. You can see like her belly's there. I wanted to brush the rest of her out. She'll always have some along her back even through summer. I'm glad I didn't though with this freeze coming that came last night. But after tonight she should be fine. So she's down to less than half a gallon. So I could confidently dry her off now. And I have some milk to last about 10 days in the refrigerator for the lambs. Yeah, I'm not surprised about this at all. The thing is, she wants to be done. She's at the end. It was very cold last night. She's burning a lot of energy to keep warm. So, is what it is. Have to say, I've never been more thankful for my water heater in the milk room. If you have the means, if you have power running to wherever it is that you're milking, I highly suggest this water heater. I'll link it. I bought it from Amazon. I'll link it down below. It has been worth every penny. The only thing about it, I'm sure we could have cooked it up ourselves, but electricity is the one thing that Eric is not super into and doesn't care to learn about. He'd much rather pay an electrician, a friend, we know a few of them, to come and handle that for us. So that's kind of where we are. But I'll show it to you here. All right, so this is the water heater. It's on. It's showing this little code saying that the, I can't remember what EF stands for, but it means that there's no water going through it. But as soon as I turn the water on, I have it set, I think at 116. Now you can see that's what's coming out right now. If I turn it down, kind of depends on how cold your groundwater is anyway, so it's going up. And this honestly is 108. That's plenty warm enough for what we need. I actually had it turned up over the last week, and I burned myself in the water, which is crazy unusual because I can handle extremely hot water in my hands like most mamas. So that's it. Worth every penny. Okay, let's see. This one kind of came apart a little bit in the wind. Okay, I think we did all right. The flowers on here are good. There are a few fruits that were already set prior to the last freeze that were growing, just a couple, and they look good. I just used a frost cloth. It's a really light frost cloth because we don't need anything heavy duty here in Florida. And then these are supposed to be plant clips, like tomato clips. I bought them for the purpose of tomatoes to try that this year at the Dollar Tree store, the $1.25 store. They were like a 20 pack for $1.25. Yeah, I think we did okay. I'm gonna walk around and check the others, and then I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna go ahead and go in and make some breakfast before I do check those though. And yeah, so on that note, thanks for watching. I hope this is our last cold snap. I'm pretty confident it is. And we're gonna really get to growing in the gardens, especially. We've got lots of planting to do around the property, so we'll take you along. So subscribe for more. Hope to catch you later. Bye.